American English consonant sounds. Let's start with the stops. They have an explosion coming out of your mouth. The first two are the P and the B sound. P as in pack, B as in back. Both of them are formed with two lips together. Pa, ba, pa, ba. So P and B are when our two lips come together. So these are lips. Pa, ba, pa, ba. And as our lips come apart, that's when the sound comes out. Pa, ba. Also, note that there is a difference in articulation between the voiceless and the voiced stops. For instance, when I say pack, my lips become very tight together before they release. Pack. But when I say back, which is voiced, they don't squeeze as tightly together. It's more gentle. Back, back. So there is a difference in lip pressure. The P is a voiceless sound and the B is voiced. When you make the B, you're using your vocal cords and they're vibrating. Ba, ba. But when you use the P, it's clearer, no vocal cord movement. Pa, pa. When you make the voiceless stop P, your tissue will move because air comes out of your mouth. Pa, pack. When you make the B sound, which is voiced, ba, ba, the tissue hardly moves at all. Air doesn't get out as much. Next, let's look at the T and D sound. Well, the P and B were made with two lips together. Pa, ba. T and D are made with the tip of your tongue and your tooth ridge, which is right on the roof of your mouth, right behind your front teeth. You place the tip of your tongue right there behind your front teeth. Ta, ta, as in tie, or da, da, as in die. So if this is the tip of my tongue, and this is my tooth ridge at the top of my mouth, it will look like this. Ta, da. You touch it, and then when you let go, the sound comes out. Ta, da, ta, da. For T, which is voiceless, the tongue presses more firmly against the tooth ridge. But for die, it presses more gently. Tie, die. You can definitely feel the difference in pressure. Next, let's look at the CH and J sound. Cha as in choke and ja as in joke. Cha, cha. That's the voiceless CH. Cha. There should be an explosion of air. Cha, cha. And ja with more vocal cords. Ja, that's voiced. Cha. They're both made by putting the blade of your tongue on the hard palate, which is in the middle of the roof of your mouth. Cha, cha. You're going to use the middle of your tongue, not the tip of your tongue, the blade of it, and it's going to touch the hard palate, which is in the middle of the top of your mouth. Cha, ja, cha, ja. The middle of my tongue is pressing very firmly, like squeezing against the top of the mouth for just a moment. Choke. For J, the voiced counterpart, it's more gentle. Next, let's look at K and G. Ka, ga. Ka, ga. Ka is voiceless and will make your tissue move. Ka, ka. while G is voiced and will have more vibration in your vocal cords. G, G. The tissue doesn't move. For this sound, you want to use more of the back of your tongue against your soft palate, which is at the roof of your mouth but far back in your mouth. Ka, ga, ka, ga. Words we could use would be key, or coat, coat. For G, we could use gold, gold, or got, got. It's going to feel like we're using more of the back of our tongue, less of the center of our tongue. More of the back, and the back of the roof of the mouth, which is the soft palate. Ka, ga, ka, ga, ka, ga. Feel firm pressure for the K, the voiceless K. Ka, ga. And more gentle pressure. Ga, ga. For the G, the voiced G. Notice when we make all of these stop sounds, or plosives, when I make the P and B, which were two lips together, pa, ba, my mouth doesn't open a lot. Then when I make the T and the D, with the tip of the tongue and the tooth ridge, ta, da, tie, die, my mouth opens a little more than it did for P and B. When I make the CH and J sound, cha, ja, like choke, joke, cha, ja, my mouth opens even more than it did for T and D. And when I make the K and G sound, which are way far back in the mouth, ka, ga, ka, ga, my mouth opens even more. So you can try looking in the mirror and saying pa, ta, cha, ka. And you'll notice that your mouth gets a little more open each time to make room for your tongue adjustment. One more time. Pa, ta, cha, ka. And for the voiced consonants, ba, da, ja, ga. If you'd like to take private lessons to improve your American English pronunciation, I can help you over Skype. Just send me an email.